Highway 93 is one of the most beautiful drives in the world. It links Lake Louise to Jasper over a stretch of 230 kilometers filled with bucket list destinations that include the full spectrum of everything the Canadian Rockies have to offer, from stunning glaciers, endless rivers, lakes, waterfalls, and the soaring peaks that make up the Rockies themselves. But before getting to Highway 93, it is worth mentioning a small town that you will most likely also be passing through on your way to your jaw-dropping sensory overload bucket list drive. This is where our journey starts today, in the town of Banff. The town of Banff is quaint, but anything but quiet due to the influx of tourism, especially during peak seasons. While the town itself is quite pretty with a variety of activities and shopping, this is a road trip after all, so what we are concerned with is the scenery. Within the town itself, you will gain access to the Vermilion Lakes, which overlook the famous Mount Rundle. This will be a multi-season experience. Whether you come in winter, fall, or summer, spring is mostly winter. Sorry, Canadian joke, couldn't help myself, but every season has its own flavor and a unique scenery to match. On the other side of the highway from Banff, you will find two more lakes. Thx Lake, with its stunning mirror finish of the front side of Mount Rundle in the summer, but quite the experience in the winter as well. 5 minutes up the road from Thx Lake, you'll find Lake Minnewanka with the frozen boathouse in the winter and its spectacular views in the summer. Our drive continues north towards Lake Louise and the start of Highway 93. You will see another striking structure on your right, Castle Mountain, which is quite beautiful in the winter. In the summer, if you have a few hours to spare, you can hike into the heart of the mountain where you'll find lakes, massive waterfalls, and you can dip your feet in the coldest water you can imagine. Lake Louise needs little introduction, as it is home to one of the most beautiful lakes on the planet, Moraine Lake, as well as the Valley of the 10 Peaks that set the backdrop. Lake Louise itself is stunning in the winter. With the water fully frozen over, you can walk across the lake and towards Victoria Glacier and enjoy the absolutely jaw-dropping scenery of the surrounding peaks. As the snow begins to melt, early summer opens up an amazing hike along the lake. You can take in the amazing views of the chateau, climb up towards the tea house awaiting you with hot chocolate, past the endless streams of water running down the side of the mountain, and up to the foot of the glacier itself. A couple minutes drive north of Lake Louise and a quick turn to the right will have us reaching the checkpoint and the start of Highway 93. With the fall colors in full swing, it is truly a sight to behold, and as we make our way up the two-lane highway, our first major stop is going to be Bow Lake, which happens to be the source of the Bow River that passes through Banff, Canmore, and Calgary as well. Bow Lake has a lot to offer in the form of the Crowfoot Mountain and the corresponding glaciers, as well as the sky-high beach, as I would like to call it, with its ridiculous blue water caused by the glacial sediment runoff. And even when the water is completely frozen in the winter, you can snowshoe, you can hike, or you can cross-country ski all around the lake. If you happen to stay a little later into the evening, you might even catch a glimpse of something truly magical. Our next stop is Payto Lake, which is just a few minutes up the road. You can really see how much snow accumulates here in the winter. This is another bucket list destination with the wolf-shaped lake and its stunning blue glory in the summer and pure white in the winter. Canada has 879,800 lakes, which are larger than 10 hectares, which is more than 4 times as many as the next closest country. So our next stop, you guessed it, is another lake. This one is called Waterfowl Lake, and it comes with a campground as well as 2 variants. There's an upper and lower Waterfowl Lake for your enjoyment. This happens to be the popular lookout, as can be enjoyed directly on the side of the highway. In keeping true with the rest of the multi-season experience, the winter scenery here is truly magnificent as well. Our next stop is not a lake, but a river. The Saskatchewan River crossing was used by fur traders making their way from the North Saskatchewan River into British Columbia. Now it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a glorious location for stunning vistas with multiple mountain ranges and Mount Wilson at the back. Big Bend is both a peak and, well, a giant bend in the road, and while that might not sound particularly interesting, it makes for a perfect spot to take a break, have a snack, and enjoy views of the Panther Falls, the valley below, as well as the Icefield Parkway twisting and turning from the direction which we came. Our next stop is easily the highlight of the drive for me personally. Athabasca Glacier is truly magnificent, and if you like a little hiking, I would strongly recommend going up to Wilcox Pass to the viewpoint to get a full view of the vista from the adjacent peak. This is the largest ice field in the Rockies and the most visited glacier in North America. That being said, it has lost a lot of its volume, more than half over the last 125 years, and you can see signs along the road letting you know where the foot of the glacier used to be back in the day. My recommendation is park by the highway and walk down. You can park right at the foot of the glacier, but it's a fantastic walk, about 20 minutes tops, that really lets you manually zoom into the scenery as you get closer. If you'd like to get up close and personal, you can stand directly on the glacier if you're willing to book a guided tour for about $100 a person. Regardless of which option you go with, always bring a jacket with you even in the summer. The winds here are quite strong and they are cold year-round. From this point, we are only 1 hour away from Jasper. There are plenty of other stops along the way and countless other waterfalls such as the Waterfalls Falls and the Athabasca Falls. And don't forget to check your rear view mirror either, as the views are incredible in both directions. The town of Jasper is similar to Banff in many ways, including the fact that you can probably walk around the entire downtown area in under 30 minutes. There are lots of restaurants and gift shops, as well as a few hikes within the town site itself. This is not our final destination. Maligne Lake is. You can stop along the way at countless other spots like Maligne Canyon with its incredible geology, for example. Maligne Lake is the location for Spirit Island and the Valley of the Gods. Since drones are unfortunately not allowed in Canadian national parks, you will have to climb to get a nice top-down view, but it is absolutely worth the effort. Thank you so much for watching this far. I appreciate your time greatly. Might I be so bold as to assume that since you got this far in the video that you actually enjoyed it? And you know, if you did, would it be even more bold of me to ask you to give me a quick like and a sub? You know, I'm just saying, you know, they say if you don't ask, you won't really receive. You know, but anyways, another quick announcement for those of you that got this far in the video. By the time you watch this video, it's very likely that I will already be in New Zealand looking for another beautiful road to share with you. So see you in the next one.